evening, everyone. My name is Allison Starling. I work here in DC at WJLA TV, and I'm so happy to be here with you tonight at this wonderful event. I was here a couple of years ago and had a wonderful time, and so I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you this evening. Hopefully you've had a very fruitful conference, had a chance to network and talk with lots of different people, and tonight we'll continue to do the same. I'd like to just say I've never had the pleasure of traveling to any of the countries in the region represented here tonight. However, my cousin, who I'm very close with, spends a lot of time there, and he said to me, Allison, you would not believe the hospitality. You would not believe the kindness. And I'm already seeing that here tonight as well. So thank you for letting me be part of this event. What I'd like to do first, just take a second to thank some of the sponsors and do some acknowledgments, and then we'll begin bringing folks up to the stage tonight. We'd like to welcome İpek Yolu Business Chamber from Azerbaijan. In addition to today's Zaman and Turkish Review, also. Our partners, the Turkic American Alliance, Rethink as well, Tuskon, and also the Turkic American Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to thank tonight the 6 TAA member federations and councils and the co-organizers tonight, including the Association of Young Entrepreneurs, we'd like to thank the Association of Businessmen of Kazakhstan and Turkey as well, the Tajik Turkish Industry and Business Chamber, and finally, the Azerbaijan International Society of Turkish Industrialists and Businessmen. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. And now, if I could please ask any members of the U.S. Congress here tonight to please come forward. We're going to take a group photo and then ask you to each make a few remarks for us.
CHP milletvekillerimizi de alabilir miyiz acaba? Evet, tamam. Buyurun.
Yes. Yeah, let's have her sit on this side. We got 2 minutes.
How about here?
Oh, that's perfect.
Where?
Oh. It's great. How are you? I'm good.
Ah, there you go. All right. What's standing up now?
That's the back.
Squeeze that, squeeze it.
Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. All right.
We got it?
No. Can I just look this way for
The big one.
one? No. One more. Thank you. Last one. One more.
Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
Last one. Thank you. Thank you.
That's good. Are we out of here now? Okay. Go.
That was easy enough.
Do me a favor.
Yeah, come on, man.
Thank you, my dear.
I'll get you up here.
Yok. Ama gelmeniz gerekebilir galiba. Kalkmaz mı?
Is Congressman Pete Olson here? Congressman Pete Olson, are you here?
Good evening, everybody. Or as we say in Texas, howdy, y'all. My name is Pete Olson, and I'm a congressman from the great state of Texas. And guess what? Texas and Turkic countries have a lot in common. We love freedom. And we love energy, oil and gas, baby. And we have a common threat, a country called Russia that doesn't like us very much, none of us. So let's stand together like we've done for the last 50 years and confront these problems. One last piece of advice. I know some people here have been blamed for problems happening overseas. I work for a guy named Phil Graham, a great senator. Here's his advice. If people ain't saying bad things about you, you're doing something wrong. Keep doing something right. God bless y'all.
I guess I'm not talking loudly enough. That's the point. Okay, Leonard Lance of New Jersey.
Thank you, Allison. I have the honor of representing a district in New Jersey just outside New York, and there is a wonderful community of Turks in the district I have the honor of serving. And I have been to Turkey and to Azerbaijan, and I want to assure you that our relationship is strong and will continue to be strong. And as freedom-loving individuals, we are united in making sure that our peoples will continue to be able to live in freedom. And all of the forces in the world that oppose that, including the Russian Federation, should recognize that the free people of the world wish to continue to live in freedom, and that will mean that we are united in these common causes together. I welcome you to Washington, our nation's capital, as I have had the honor of being in two of your capitals, in Ankara and in Baku, and I look forward to a continued, strong, and productive relationship. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And from Florida this evening, Congressman Alan Grayson.
I'm from Central Florida, from Orlando, and I represent Disney World, which is reputed to be the happiest place in the world. But I grew up in the ghetto and the tenements in the Bronx, possibly one of the least happiest places in the world, in an area where in New York City we had more than one murder each day one year when I was growing up in the subways. That was definitely a rough neighborhood. But possibly a rougher neighborhood exists in the Middle East, where Turkey is located. I want to thank you all and thank the people of Turkey in general for the open and arms that you've extended to the refugees fleeing the war in Syria. I want to thank you, and I want to thank the people of Turkey for making sure that the continuing conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan remains a local one and not a regional one or a worldwide one. Thank you for that. I want to thank you, and I want to thank the people of Turkey for the help that you provided to the United States during our decade-long war in Iraq. Thank you for that. And I want to thank you and thank the people of Turkey for the continuing open arms that you extend to the West, toward Europe, toward the European Union, in the hope that you will be embraced by modern countries everywhere. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your warmth. Thank you for your own urge, the urge that we share here in America to see that everyone can be all they can be, and we get the best from everyone. Thank you very much.
And now from the state of New York, please welcome Gregory Meeks.
Good evening. Good evening. I am delighted to be here this evening with all of you. I know that we have 6 countries represented here tonight, and we know that you are very important to all of us in the United States Congress. We know that you are great friends and allies. And I want to thank you for what you have done, working with the diaspora here in the United States, I can tell you from coming from New York that you have made the United States of America a better place. You've made it a better place. Bringing your history, bringing your culture, bringing your food, bringing your understanding and your yearning for freedom and justice has made the United States a better place, and we thank you for your contribution. We know that though you are here in the United States, you still have relatives and friends, and you're concerned about what's taking place at home. And we're saying that we in the United States Congress will not forget you. We will focus on you. We will work with you until we make sure that there's freedom and justice everywhere, and people can stand everywhere in freedom and in peace. And so as I take my seat, the way that you can tell the importance that you have to the United States is look how many members of my colleagues from the United States Congress was here this evening. We don't go every place. Not in these numbers. Not in a bipartisan way. You see Democrats and Republicans. So I say to you, you brought us together. So we're going to stay together, and we're going to deliver and work with you so that tomorrow is much better than yesterday. Thank you. God bless.
From California tonight, Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you for inviting me here this evening to be with you at this most important convention. I want to thank all of the partners in the Alliance, and I want to thank all of the sponsors. This is the kind of activity that helps bring us all together to talk about how we can make the entire world a better place. I am so appreciative for my friends from the Turkish community from California who are here. California, are you in the house? We welcome you to Washington, D.C., but you understand California is the greatest state in the nation. Let me tell you how important your presence is here in Washington, D.C. You have so many members from Congress who have joined with you in this convention, whether it's today or tomorrow, where we will have the business people on Capitol Hill, and that's a good sign. It's a good sign because the elected officials serving in the Congress of the United States realize the importance of our coming together, working together, and focusing on development and business. And so, we are here this evening. I understand that the convention has been going very well, and even those people who don't like each other got along today. And so that's extremely important. And we are looking forward to being with you tomorrow as we entertain and work with the business leaders that are here from the Turkish community right here in the United States. So all of you who have traveled from far and wide to be here, thank you. Your alliance with us is growing stronger every day, and we welcome the opportunity for you to continue to invest and to develop and to make sure that this country is a beneficiary of all of your good work. We appreciate you so much. Thank you very much.
From the state of Illinois this evening, Danny Davis, Congressman Danny Davis.
Well, thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here with all of you, those of you in the Turkish American community as well as those of you from Turkey itself. I come from Chicago, Illinois. We call it the city of the big shoulders. It's the city of the universe. It sits beside a nice-sized lake, and it's the most fascinating piece of geography in North America that has been carved into a political subdivision. We are open to every kind of business and investment there is. We're always looking for people to come to our city. I have more hospitals in my congressional district than any other congressional district in the United States of America. So health, we have 5 medical schools, is a big part of what we do and what we're all about. So anytime you get tired of Washington, anytime you get tired of California Magazine, anytime you're tired of any place, come to Chicago. Our arms are open, our doors are open, and we have a great relationship with our Turkish American community and our Turkish American citizenry. Thank you very much, and I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you, sir. And joining us from Alabama tonight, Congressman Robert Adelholtz.
Well, good evening. Let me just say thank you for the invitation to be here. I'm glad to be here again with you this year. This is always a great treat to see all of my, so many of my friends from Turkey. I was just in Turkey last year, actually 2 times. And each time that I go to Turkey, I'm reminded of what a beautiful country it is. But the Turkey and the region is a wonderful place. The people there, just coming in here tonight, I feel so welcome. And I just want to let you know that you have a lot of friends on Capitol Hill. And your presence on Capitol Hill is felt very greatly. You have a lot of political support on Capitol Hill. So whatever you're doing, keep it up. You're doing the right thing. We look forward to working with you and voting on issues that help you and help our 2 countries together. So thank you and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And from California tonight, Congressman Dana Rohrabacher.
You're going to have to be quiet to hear what I say. I am reminded tonight of a story of an elderly woman who set up a pretzel stand next to a large office building. Every day, an executive from the office building would come by the pretzel stand and would put 50 cents into her plate, but he never took a pretzel. He'd rush right into the building. This went on every day. Finally, after a while, he stopped by and he put 50 cents in the plate, and she grabbed him by the arm. And he looked into her face and he said, "You probably want to know why for a full year I've been putting 50 cents in your plate, but I've never taken a pretzel." And she said, "No, I just want to tell you, pretzels are up to 75 cents. The story behind that story is that there are some people who will never appreciate you. And I want you all to know that I don't care what the European Union thinks. In America, we have some people who appreciate the Turkic people in the world today. The Turkic people in the past, especially those in Turkey, stood with us against communism, which at that time threatened to envelop all of humankind in an atheistic dictatorship. You stood tall with us. We appreciate that. We appreciate, since the fall of communism, that the Turkic people, not just in Turkey but elsewhere, have played a positive role at a time when Islam and the Western world were coming together, and we don't know what's going to happen and whether there's conflict or friendship. The Turkic people have played an important role for friendship between the peoples of the world. Thank you very much. You're appreciated. And today, as we look at the way the world is evolving, so often Turkey has been looked at as, well, it wants to be part of Europe or what. No. The fact is, today it's clear. Turkey and the Turkish people and the Turkic people throughout Central Asia will be playing a role, an independent and positive role in the history of this planet. Thank you for the positive role that you are playing. God bless you.
And finally, from Alaska, joining us tonight, Congressman Don Young.
I am glad, I hope everybody listens to this very good. They waited till the last. I'm an old school teacher, so be quiet, all right? I've sat down at the table, and by the way, whoever put this on did a great job, and thank you. Food's good. Hospitality's great. The Turkish people are great. And I can tell you one thing, I want you to come to Alaska. Now, we're on the subject of Alaska. I heard some Texan get up here and talk about Texas. I heard some California get up here and talk about California. You can take Texas and California, and they only got a third of the state of Alaska. And why I will tell you this, my affection for the Turkish people started in Korea. Best warriors we ever had. I want you to understand, and I thank you. The second reason is I want your money. You're willing to invest in the United States. You're willing to invest with my Aboriginal people. Great relationship there. And I think you'll find out if everything is done right, we put that film together about Alaska and run it in Turkey, I am going to have new hotels in Alaska just for the Turkish people, because you're going to come there in the summer and the winter. Because you're talking about the greatest state in the Union, the most fantastic place in the world. And by the way, California has 52 congressmen, I believe. Texas has, how many does Texas have, 38? I don't know. All I know is this, you only got one in Alaska. That's me, number one. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. And without further ado, I would like to invite our friend, Dr. FARUK TABAN, the president of the Turkic American Alliance, to join us on the stage. Of course, the Alliance is one of the main partners helping out in organizing this event. So a warm welcome for Dr. TABAN.
Can I do shh because I am a teacher also? All right, so my speech kind of delayed because of the members. We really acknowledge for them to spend some time for their busy schedule, because those are the prime days. So my name is FARUK TABAN. I'm the president of the Turkic American Alliance. So thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate for your support. And as you see every year, and other activities throughout the year nationwide, so we are growing really fast. Started 2010, and the 4th annual convention tonight. So everybody, I think, appreciate the friendship and the collaboration we provide between the Central Asia and the Caucasus and Turkey and the United States of America. That's a great, I think, venue to get together with all of our audience, basically members of Congress, think tanks, the government, other NGOs, and other agencies. We saw that through the panels today. We had 4 panels, and started yesterday with the Mellon Auditorium musical performance. We had about close to 20 members of Congress came, including 2 senators. So we are greatly appreciate for their support. And the members today came to salute the friendship between Turkey and other Central Asia countries and the United States. So we also do various activities, not other than convention, mostly with the local level. For example, I would like to point out 2 major events. One of them is the State House Reception. So we do multiple State House Reception nationwide in the 45 states by the end of the year. So we increased that to 48. So meaning 2 states only left that we haven't, that won't be able to do the State House Reception. So we covered pretty much every single state. That's, I think, the major accomplishment, to be able to do that with our great volunteers, very dedicated members. They tirelessly work and to reach out to the governor and the governor office and state legislatures. And today, I wouldn't be able to say that those words like 2 years ago, because we weren't sure about the outcome. But today, as you will see, the days after the convention, the main outcome of this convention. So we have the very big delegations. For example, from Kyrgyzstan, we have a Kyrgyz business chambers here, GIA, and also the Kazakhstan delegation, the business members, business chambers over here, and also the Azerbaijan, very big delegation. So one of our sponsors, İpek Yolu here, that's our main sponsors, and also the TUSCON, that's our main partner. We are partnership. We are doing the partnership last 4 years, almost every single convention. And also today's Saman and Turkish Review, they are our media sponsors. And finally, we are a great believer to have Turkey trips. So that's why in the course of last 7 years, we took more than 4,000 VIPs to Turkic countries, mainly Turkey. So that's really pushing for those VIPs to come with the really positive feelings and to do more in their respective states and the nation's capital. So I would like to finish my words with the renowned scholars. He says, let us embrace the past with the utmost sincerity, and at the same time, salute the coming days with their open new developments and the transformation. See you all next year at our 5th annual Turkic American Convention. Have a good time. Enjoy your conversation. Thank you very much. And I would like to get your attention to Turkic American Alliance introductory video to the screen, please.
And in the meantime, it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium tonight Sedef Küçük, the Turkish Member of Parliament joining us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please come have a seat.
Good evening, esteemed guests. As I mentioned before, my name is Sedef Küçük. I'm a deputy of Istanbul in Turkish Parliament. I'm a member of the main opposition party, CHP, and I am here with my two dear colleagues, Mr. Engin Özkoç, deputy of Sakarya, and Mr. Müslim Sarı, deputy of Istanbul. We would like to thank you very much for the hospitality you have shown to us in the States. As you know, hospitality is one of the concepts that is associated with Turkey. However, tonight we have clearly seen that the United States shared this nice quality with us. I would also like to thank Turkic American Alliance for creating bridges between Turkey and the United States of America and for making important contributions to the development of our friendly relations. I believe that Turkish-American relations will further develop as a result of not only intergovernmental cooperation, but also the friendship and closeness between citizens, between schools, and between civil society organizations. For instance, I was educated at an American college in Turkey, and I cherish my teachers and everything I learned there. Also, my daughter studied in the States at Princeton University as an undergrad, and she completed her master's degree in Washington, D.C. at Johns Hopkins SAIS. I know that the friendships and bonds she made here contributed her a lot. Such ties of friendship between citizens of our countries might be more permanent than convergence or divergence between governments. In fact, in my opinion, the most important one is the bond between non-governmental organizations. From time to time, the intensity of the policies may vary. There might be tensions and there might be relaxations. However, despite such alterations, bridges created by non-governmental organizations such as Turkic American Alliance remain intact. I know that distinguished members of Turkic American Alliance make a lot of efforts for this purpose. I would like to thank them once again for the bridges they build and they protect. Dear guests, the relations between our countries have an unignorable importance for sustainable peace in the region and in the world. I'm certain that people of both countries sincerely adopt the saying by one of the founding fathers of the United States, Benjamin Franklin: there never was a good war and a bad peace. We, the representatives of the main opposition party, CHP in Turkey, have always done and will always do our utmost for stable peace. I hope and wish to meet with you again in our next visit as the ruling political party and talk about regional peace and stability. And I offer each and every one of you my best regards and sincere gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now from the great state of Maryland, please welcome the Secretary of State of Maryland, John McDonough.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Now, I'm not a congressman or a senator or even a member of parliament. I'm what we call in the United States a down ballot race, the Secretary of State. But I was asked to speak tonight because of the theme of this year's conference, which is the not the international relations, but the subnational relations, the relationships between Turkish regions and Turkish states, Turkish cities, and American states and American cities. So it's my great pleasure to be here tonight at the 4th Turkic American Convention, and I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize we've had from our Congress a number of great speakers from the Parliament, but also we've joined by the Ambassador of Kyrgyzstan, Ambassador Dumalov, and Ambassador from Kazakhstan, Ambassador Umarov. And I'm also would be remiss not to recognize my good friends who at the state level in Maryland we've worked with all these years, and that would start with FARUK TABAN, from the President of the Turkic American Alliance, from the President of the Mid-Atlantic Federation of Turkic American Associations, MAFTA, Mahmoud Yeter. Mahmoud, thank you for all your good work. The President of the American Turkish Friendship Association, Murat Ozbaş, and the Vice President of AFTA, Mehmet Şişek. These are the people that we work with day in, day out, year in, year out, as we establish partnerships between Turkey and the United States, between Turkey and Maryland and your states, and frankly between the people of Maryland who are of Turkish origin and their colleagues back in Turkey. So I want to also acknowledge the partners of the Turkish American Alliance, the Turkish Federation of Business Industrialists, Tuscan, because so much of our relationship is interdependent between our economic relations. The Rethink Institute, a nonprofit research institute that organizes all the forum sessions, because so much of our relationship is not just economic, but it's political and cultural as we establish relationships with one another. And finally, the friendship associations, because at its fundamental level, the state-to-state relationship, the city-to-city relationship is about friendship between peoples, not between governments, but between peoples. So there we want to congratulate the partners of TAA, the American Turkish Friendship Association, and the Mid-Atlantic Federation of Turkic American Associations. Also, the Council of Turkic American Associations, the Turquoise Council, which does such good work, the West American Turkic Council, the Turkic American Federation, and the Turkic American Federation of the Midwest, who are all here this evening. And finally, we want to thank our sponsors for tonight. Zaman Turkish Review, which I had the pleasure to meet with when I was in Turkey, the Turkic American Chamber of Commerce, and the Business Associations of Turkic States. Let me talk briefly about what we call now in diplomatic parlance the subnational relationship. And that's where, not at the national level, but at the level below that, that governors and mayors and the people of states and cities establish relationships with their counterparts in another country. And oftentimes, the issues you read about in the newspaper that are at the international level and the tensions, that's not what these people talk about. When governors and mayors are talking to one another, what they talk about is good education, quality education for their children, how to keep their neighborhoods safe, the quality of the environment, the neighborhoods that their citizens are living in, picking up trash, managing traffic, the fundamentals of human existence. And these are the important issues that bind us, no matter what the tensions may be at the international level. And it's that subnational relationship, whether it's with Turkey, whether it's with China, whether it's with Russia, whether it's any country in the world, that when you have these connections between mayors and governors, it only helps the relationship. So I want to congratulate Faruk, your organization, all the organizations throughout the United States for concentrating at the state and local level, for state house receptions, for sponsoring exchanges between state legislatures and Turkey, between the National Governors Association and the other national associations. It's been my pleasure to travel with the National Governors Association and the National Association of Secretary of States to Turkey the end of the month, where I hope to renew our relationship with our sister state in Turkey, Kocaeli, with the mayor of that jurisdiction, because we've had an ongoing relationship on port development, education exchange, many, many other issues. And this isn't true just in Maryland. It's true throughout the United States and jurisdictions all over the United States. And it's that strength that binds us. Whether it's culture, whether it's rule of law, where our legislators and our judicial officials and lawyers meet with yours to talk about the rule of law and the right to due process in a society. All of these are the ties that bind us. I'm very happy to be here on behalf of Governor Martin O'Malley and Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown. We treasure our relationship with Turkey, and particularly with the Turkish people, as we've strengthened it with these associations. So, Faruk, if you'd step forward, it's my pleasure to present to you this proclamation. Faruk. And that was the fanfare. The State of Maryland proclamation from the Governor of the State of Maryland. Turkic American Alliance 4th Annual Turkic American Convention Days, April 8th to 9th, 2014. Whereas the Turkic American Alliance is the largest national Turkic organization in the United States, representing 6 regional federations and over 240 community associations, cultural and dialogue centers, business chambers, and education institutions. And whereas the Turkic American Alliance also functions as a powerful advocate for dialogue not only among the Turkic American communities, but among the Turkic states, Turkey, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, and the United States. And whereas during the 2014 Turkic American Convention, leading policymakers, academics, and business persons, and other expert stakeholders from the United States and the Turkic nations will focus issues directly on energy, trade, and regional development, whereas Maryland is pleased to welcome and honor all those attending the 4th Annual Turkic American Convention. Now, therefore, I, Martin O'Malley, Governor of the State of Maryland, do hereby proclaim April 8th and 9th, 2014 as Turkic American Alliance 4th Annual Turkic American Convention Days in Maryland, and do commend this observation to all of our citizens, given under my hand and the Great Seal of the State of Maryland, the 8th day of April, 2014, Martin O'Malley, Governor, Anthony Brown, Lieutenant Governor, John McDonough, Secretary of State. Congratulations, Faruk. Not everyone that gets their own days. Thank you all very much. It's been a great evening.
Oh, yeah.
Notre Dame wish they'd played the national championship in Dublin.
Yeah, she's quite a character.
How's she doing?
Is he your pop?
But he's also
Okay, so gentlemen, can I have you right there? So if you're past this chair, I cannot see you. Think about that. Okay. You want me? Can I have you in the middle there? Thank you.
Yes, City's going strong.
All right. So can I have you behind the president, please? Or president, president? No.
Smile. You're about to slam that.
So I Right there. Okay. We'll take 5 photos with this one, 5 in another camera, okay? 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you, one more.
And her father was in Congress too, wasn't he?
Right, okay, you guys come up. Please, this way, okay? Beautiful, one more. Awesome. Great. Last one. Just for the blinker. One more. Close your eyes. Thank you, guys. So beautiful. Thank you.
It'd be fun to have some more pictures.
Oh, there you go.
Good to meet you. Yeah.